You've probably been picking sides your entire life without even realizing it. Maybe you grab sweet potatoes because someone told you they're the healthy option, or maybe you stick with white potatoes because, let's be honest, mashed potatoes are basically a hug on a plate. But here's the thing. What if everything you've been told about these two is only half the story? Today, we're going to break this down once and for all. No fluff, no bias, just what the science actually says, and trust me, some of this might surprise you. Let's start with something most people don't even think about. Sweet potatoes and white potatoes. They're not even related. Seriously, white potatoes belong to the nightshade family. That's the same crew as tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants. Sweet potatoes, on the other hand, come from the morning glory family, completely different plants. And that matters because their different evolutionary backgrounds gave them different nutritional profiles, different compounds, and different ways of interacting with your body. So comparing them isn't as straightforward as most people think. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where things get interesting. A medium-baked white potato gives you roughly 160 calories and about 37 grams of carbs. A medium sweet potato, around 150 calories and 35 grams of carbs. That's barely a difference, and yet sweet potatoes have somehow earned this reputation as the guilt-free carb, while white potatoes get treated like junk food. That's just not fair, and it's not accurate either. Both are whole, natural, nutrient-dense foods. The real difference isn't so much in the calorie count, it's in what else comes along with those calories. Here's where sweet potatoes start to pull ahead a little: fiber. A medium sweet potato packs about 4 grams of fiber compared to around 3 grams in a white potato. Now, 1 gram doesn't sound like much, right? But over weeks and months, that adds up. Fiber is huge for digestion, for keeping your blood sugar steady, and for that feeling of being genuinely satisfied after a meal instead of reaching for a snack 20 minutes later. The orange-fleshed sweet potatoes especially have this soluble fiber that slows down digestion, which can be a real game changer if you're working on managing your weight or just trying to feel less hungry between meals. But don't count white potatoes out just yet. When you cook a white potato and then let it cool like in a potato salad, something fascinating happens. It forms resistant starch, which basically acts like fiber in your body and feeds the good bacteria in your gut. Pretty cool, right? Okay, now vitamins. This is probably sweet potatoes' biggest flex, that gorgeous orange color. That's beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. Just one medium sweet potato gives you more than enough vitamin A for the entire day. And we're talking about a vitamin that's essential for your eyesight, your immune system, and your skin health. White potatoes can't compete there. They have almost no vitamin A. But, and this is crucial, white potatoes fight back in other areas. They're actually higher in potassium, which is critical for regulating blood pressure and keeping your muscles functioning properly. They also have more iron and magnesium than sweet potatoes, and both types give you a solid dose of vitamin C and B vitamins. So it's not that one is better, they're genuinely complementary. They fill in each other's gaps. Now, let's tackle the blood sugar question, because this is where myths really run wild. You've probably heard that sweet potatoes are better for blood sugar because they have a lower glycemic index. And yes, that's generally true, but here's the catch nobody talks about. It depends enormously on how you cook them. Boil a sweet potato, low glycemic index, nice and steady blood sugar response. Bake that same sweet potato, the glycemic index shoots up significantly. Meanwhile, white potatoes do tend to spike blood sugar faster, especially when mashed or baked. But remember that resistant starch trick? Cook a white potato, cool it down, and its glycemic impact drops. So the honest truth is this: your cooking method matters just as much as, maybe even more than, which potato you pick up at the store. And speaking of cooking, both of these potatoes are absolute workhorses in the kitchen. Sweet potatoes bring this natural sweetness that works in savory dishes like roasted wedges and creamy soups, but also in desserts. Sweet potato pie, anyone? White potatoes own the comfort food category, mashed, baked, in a gratin, as crispy fries. Their neutral flavor makes them a blank canvas for basically any flavor profile you want. Here's the real health tip though. It's not about which potato you choose. It's about what you do with it. Fry either one, and you're loading up on extra oil and empty calories. Roast them, bake them, or boil them, and you're keeping all that natural goodness intact. That choice makes a bigger impact on your health than the sweet versus white decision ever will. So which one wins? Honestly, Neither, and both. If your goal is more vitamin A, grab a sweet potato. If you need more potassium or you're making a dish that calls for a neutral, creamy texture, go with white. The smartest move is to stop treating this like a competition and start eating both. Rotate them, mix them into your weekly meals. That way, you're getting the full spectrum of nutrients instead of limiting yourself. At the end of the day, both sweet potatoes and white potatoes are real whole foods that humans have relied on for centuries. They're affordable, they're accessible, and they're packed with nutrition. What actually determines whether they're healthy or not comes down to three things: moderation, variety, and how you prepare them. So next time you're in the produce aisle staring at both of them, just grab one of each. If this changed how you think about something as simple as a potato, hit that subscribe button. Every week I break down health topics like this, real science, no hype, just stuff you can actually use. Drop a comment and tell me which potato you're reaching for tonight. I'll see you in the next one.